QP was very angry about the cost of the bow rail, and trust me, I heard about it. When the bow rail was completed, I made a seat out of a piece of scrap starboard. If you're married, you know I couldn't spend any more money on it. I was in the face of a wife storm. I had no choice but to wait and say nothing. Eventually, the day came that the dolphins were playing at our bow. That bow rail and seat is worth every penny. QP has the memory of a lifetime, and bonus to me, she loves me again.
Come on! Whoa, 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 whoa! 3 now! Before 2, now 3! Come on! Ah! Come on, Drew! Hi! Come on, follow me! Come on! Oh!
Everyone knows about QP's fishing addiction. In the past, she was cleaning fish in our kitchen sink. The boat was starting to smell like rotten fish guts. Something had to be done. While wandering around a sailor's consignment shop, I spotted the answer for $15. I snapped it up like a train set at Christmas. I ran back to Freya because I remembered the clamps from the old solar panels, which were mounted on the side rails. 20 minutes later, voila! QP's fish cleaning station complete with matching rod holders. Here's some photo evidence of the full extent of her fishing addiction. The Dorado boxes and hatches were old and needed a lot of TLC. First, the Dorados. We removed and patched the screw holes under the Dorado boxes. Then we cut a piece of plexiglass to size, drilled a 4-inch hole, mounted a solar vent, and installed our skylight over our forward bathroom. The port side was much easier. After patching the screw holes, we used the existing 4-inch hole to mount a solar vent over the V-berth. Second, hatches. We removed and replaced the 1/2-inch plexiglass in the hatch over the V-bed, drilled a 4-inch hole in the center, installed a solar vent. Job done? Of course not. While working on the hatch, we managed to break one of the struts. Off to the secondhand store again for some new-to-me parts. In the kitchen, both hatches have reasonably good plexiglass and only needed working locking dogs. Back to the secondhand store again for some more locking dogs. Finally, in the aft bedroom, we removed and replaced the old plexiglass. Job done? Of course not. Both locking dogs were seized and broke when we tried to open them. Luckily, I knew where to find the parts, from the second-hand store. Job done? Of course not. The aft hatch is a different brand than the salon hatches. What do we do now? Well, we re-drill, re-tap the wrong brand dogs to match the studs in the old hatch. Job well done? No, not yet. All of the hatches have screens on the inside, which is great, but very hard to open when the humidity swells the wood and jams them tight. Answer? Install some little pull knobs. Job done? Until it's time to stain and varnish those knobs? Yes. QP is very picky about her water. Our water tanks are stainless steel and seem to be pretty clean. The hoses are potable, flexible plastic and are also in good shape. We ran 2 tanks of water through with bleach and 2 tanks of fresh water. Still, QP was not happy. QP must be happy. So I removed the old filter system and installed a new 3-stage filter system. Still, she was not happy. We now have on board 40 gallons of bottled drinking water out of the marina hose and 250 gallons of 3-stage filtered water in the holding tanks, also out of the marina hose. Filtered marina water or unfiltered marina water. Women, what can you do? In 1974, ice boxes were all the rage. Later, Adler-Barber made a cold plate system that was supposed to replace the ice in an icebox. Our problem was that the Adler-Barber system used more electricity than all 4 solar panels could produce. The old icebox is now QP's water locker and root locker, 40 gallons of drinking water in one layer and 1 layer of root storage on top. We still needed to solve the refrigeration issue. Enter Engel. They make a refrigerator that uses no electricity. Okay, it uses a very little bit. Truly, a very little bit. We cleaned out the old icebox, sold the out-of-the-bobber system, and installed 2 Engel refrigerators and 1 Engel medicine box. QP needs lots of supplies to produce her nearly world-famous dinner productions. What was a thoughtful husband to do? I removed everything from the cabinets in the aft hallway and installed tons of shelves and storage boxes. Now, QP has 2 years' worth of cooking supplies on board. In addition to all the cabinets, I cleaned out everything behind the counter and put in many small storage boxes for the frequently used ingredients. Now that you know about QP and her penchant for cooking, you must agree that the 2 10-pound propane tanks in 2 rotten wooden boxes mounted on the stern deck with many holes drilled through the deck for hoses and bolts just would not do. First problem, the tanks are too small. Second problem, leaks from every rotten hole through the deck. Third problem, the propane controller and leak sensor was not working. Biggest problem, QP was not happy. Here is our solution. In China, it's normal to turn off the propane at the tank. We chose to do the same on Freya, so we deleted the entire propane controller and leak sniffer system and even gave away the shutoff solenoid and hoses to another sailor. Problem 3 eliminated. Next, we removed the 2 tanks and rotten wooden boxes and cradles. We even managed to sell the 2 10-pound tanks. We purchased 2 15-pound fiberglass tanks and 1 20-pound swap at the convenience store tank. Now we can refill or swap our propane tanks wherever we need. Problem 1 eliminated. The next problem was much more difficult. The holes for the old propane system were just the start. We had to patch more than 100 holes altogether in the deck. Today is the first day that we've had good weather. It's sunny and a little chilly, very windy, and we decided that we would start patching all the holes. You can see these holes in the deck. There was a total of 97 holes that we needed to patch. So we mixed up some epoxy and filled all the holes. Tomorrow we hope that they're dry enough that we can sand them down and put a coat of barrier paint and then a coat of white. This one was a total waste of time. When I was young, dumb, and out to sea as an AB, I was responsible for polishing the brass on the bridge. Now, I'm old and have a poor memory. I decided our oil lamp would be beautiful if it was all polished up like new. About a week later, wow, what a beautiful lamp. Another week later, it looks like shoot, poo-poo. A week's polishing for nothing. In conclusion, I'm too old for daily polishing tasks. Freya does not have a dripless shaft seal. Her seal uses a packing nut and flax that drips regularly while underway and less often when at anchor. The seawater would drain through the bottom of the boat into the bilge, keeping everything along the way wet. In addition, our electric bilge pump quit working soon after we started cruising. We need to stop as much water as possible from getting into the bilge, because only the manual bilge pump was working. For a temporary solution, I placed a plastic food storage box under the seal and we dumped it every couple of hours. That went on for a year, while I complained often about not having an electric bilge pump. Freya's bilge is incredibly deep. Only a 6-year-old or QP would fit down there. We just could not get in the mood to climb down into the bilge, clean out all the stuff that's fallen in there for the last 43 years, and replace the electric bilge pump. Finally, we got in the mood. Lo and behold, if you clean all the debris away from the impeller pump, it will work again. 1 year of emptying that damn little storage box wasted. Not really. That little storage box is now equipped with a hose that drains into the electrically emptied bilge, and our boat is nice and dry. Also, we have a spare bilge pump brand new in the box. Basically, QP was not happy because the previous owner was a man. She did not like the manly decor. Here's the before and after decoration story by QP herself.
Look at this. This is before the kitchen area. We didn't do big change. Before, the owner most time was singing by himself, so in Gail's eyes, everything is not pretty, gray color. When we first time stay at boat, it's Christmas, so we bought some pretty Christmas covers to cover the table and seat. Looks like more comfortable and warm and like a home. Later, our daughter-in-law Cici helped us to make flowery seater covers to sofa seat.
Making curtains for the windows of the boat.
And Maynard make our new pretty flower curtains by himself. Thanks, Maynard. It's really mean a lot for me. Now look, nice, new, pretty kitchen. Very useful and convenient. Our wine bottles before and after. Just an interesting thing to see the all pretty little bottles and sometimes can taste a little bit wine. But really, we do not like drink wine. In our back bedroom, we didn't change mattress, only change the bedding. Of course, should be flowers bedding. For the sofa, we bought a nice pretty sofa cover from China and bring back to our boat. The back bedroom is mine. I call back bedroom flowers room. So we try to make it colorful and pretty in there. I brought many pretty stuff from China, like handmade silk embroidery, golden art, dolls, animals. We didn't change anything in the back bathroom, just make it clean, pretty, and useful. This is the only bathroom we use. This is our way bed before. The old mattress is very terrible. We bought 2 new mattresses, so now it is comfortable to sleep. The front bedroom is Maynard's. I call it Ocean Room because he loves ocean very much. So I try to make it pretty as we can, close to ocean side. I bought many ocean fish for the wall. Maynard helped me change the wall beside of mattress to see cover. Bedding is coconut trees. Pillow is coconut tree and coral. The front bathroom, we never use it, just for our storage right now.
Now she has a sea life room, the flower room, and the salon doesn't have a name yet, but probably something to do with flowers and birds. Boy, QP sure has spent a lot of my time, my effort, and our cruising kitty for her decorations. Compared to the trouble of others, my problems are insignificant. Making QP happy is my lot in life. As you know, happy wife, happy life.